Football is a massive business with lots of money involved, and we all know that, making it one of the most lucrative and valuable industries in the world, worth billions, with huge amounts of money being thrown around all over the world for players, managers, stadiums, and whatever else you can think of. So it's no surprise that some football contracts have completely flopped over the years, with players being paid huge amounts of money for hardly any contribution to their club. Let's take a look at 10 of the worst contracts in football history. Number 10. Philippe Coutinho. Currently at Aston Villa, the Brazilian was once considered to be one of the best players in the Premier League and one of the best players in the world during his stint at Liverpool, and was bound to get a move to one of Europe's top teams at the time, which is what happened in 2018 when Coutinho signed for European giants Barcelona for 105 million, rising to 142 million, with clauses being met which made Coutinho one of the world's most expensive players. However, things didn't work out for Barcelona and Coutinho, as he was a shadow of the player he was at Liverpool and didn't display the quality he once had, and even faced criticism from Barcelona fans, which led to him being loaned to Bayern Munich and then make a permanent move to Aston Villa. Number 9. Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll signed on deadline day for Liverpool and was brought in as a replacement for the top striker Fernando Torres, and even took his number 9 shirt. Big mistake, making him the 8th most expensive footballer at the time and the 2nd most expensive player playing for an English club. However, things did not work out that well for Carroll at Liverpool, and he was no Torres replacement at all, getting only 16 goals in 2 full seasons, and now spends his days in the Championship. Number 8. Eden Hazard. The Chelsea legend and one of the Premier League's best wingers, Eden Hazard, signed for European giants Real Madrid in 2019 for a fee of €100 million, making him Los Blancos' most expensive player after Gareth Bale, being on 400 grand a week. And big money means big expectations, especially at Real Madrid, with many Madrid fans believing Hazard would bring glory to Real Madrid and become one of their best players and the potential Cristiano Ronaldo replacement. However, this was far-fetched from reality, as we all know, and after turning up to Madrid's training camp overweight, things weren't looking good for both parties, as the Belgian continues to struggle to this day with injury and struggles to even perform on the pitch for Real Madrid. Number 7. Anthony Martial. €36 million was the fee Manchester United paid for Monaco's Anthony Martial, who at the time was a teenager, and at the time it was the highest fee anyone had paid for a teenager, after Luke Shaw and PSG's Marquinhos. It seems like a normal transfer to me, until you realise that the fee could rise to 58 million based on the strange clauses embedded in his contract, with strange Ballon d'Or clause in which United would have had to pay 7.2 million if Martial won the Ballon d'Or before 2019, which was never going to happen. Van Gaal even complained and said United have to pay more than other clubs for other players. Not only that, Martial hasn't even done that well at United, and in my opinion hasn't really reached his full potential or proved his talent, and remains a bit of an anomaly in the Premier League. Number 6. Danny Drinkwater.
Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time.
I'm sure you remember Danny Drinkwater, right? Who was part of the legendary 15-16 Leicester City side who won the Premier League for the first time in their history in one of football's biggest underdog stories. And Drinkwater was a key player in that side alongside many other players and was one of Leicester's best players that season, which rightly earned him a move to Chelsea in 2017 alongside his teammate N'Golo Kante. Chelsea signed Drinkwater for 35 million. But to be honest, things never worked out for Drinkwater, and he just kind of disappeared off the map. And at Chelsea, he had some real poor performances whenever he played during his time there, if he could even get in the team. Things weren't working off the pitch either, as he was charged with a drink driving offence and even injured himself after a dispute at a nightclub. Not great. Number 5. Alexis Sanchez. One of Arsenal's best and most important players during his time at the club, and a fan favourite for Arsenal. Sanchez was signed to Manchester United during a swap deal with Henrik Mkhitaryan after being extremely close to signing for their rivals Manchester City. Sanchez became United's highest paid player at the time, earning a weekly wage of allegedly up to 400k a week. And like many others in this video, the theme is the same. Sanchez hardly played for United and struggled to get in the team, and when he did, the performances were mediocre at best, even though he was one of the best players in training according to Jesse Lingard. And after struggling at Man United, Sanchez made a move to Inter Milan, and when he was asked if he regretted signing for United, he said no, but I wish I played more. Number 4. Jack Wilshire. Not gonna lie, I completely forgot about this one. Once deemed to be the future of Arsenal and England, the central midfielder signed for West Ham on a 3-year contract in 2018. It doesn't sound bad at first. I mean, it sounds like a new start, maybe he could show his talent that he once had. But unfortunately for Wilshire, his story and struggle with injury remained the same, as the Englishman missed the majority of his debut seasons through injury, and his contract terminated 2 years in after making just 19 appearances for the Hammers. Bearing in mind, he was also on 100k a week at this point, for a player who's hardly played any football in his entire career. A bit of a weird signing, to be honest. Now before we move into the top 3, if you guys enjoyed this so far, please make sure you like and subscribe, it really helps the channel. Number 3. Carlos Tevez. Although he was a top player during his peak, playing for many sides and doing well at each club, Tevez made a strange move towards the end of his career, where he signed for Chinese Super League side Shanghai Shenhua, sorry if I butchered the pronunciation, where he's apparently on a salary of 41 million, making him the highest paid player in the world at the time. It was during this weird period, I don't know if you guys remember, where players were just randomly moving to Chinese clubs. But yeah, an annual salary of 41 million in China, that's one of the strangest contracts I've probably ever seen. Not only this, Tevez wasn't even that good there either, and he was criticised often for being overweight and unfit to play, and he described his time in China as just a holiday. Number 2, Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about here, as at the start of 2023, Ronaldo signed one of the craziest contracts in football history, when he signed for Saudi club Al Nassr, signing a contract until 2025, giving him one of the most prosperous and also ludicrous football contracts of all time, earning 200 million euros a year with a football salary of 90 million euros, and the rest of his money coming from commercial deals, brands, sponsorships, you name it. After researching a bit more as well, apparently Ronaldo was also paid an extra 100 million as a signing bonus, and he may also earn himself another 100 million, as there's rumours of him being an ambassador for Saudi Arabia's bid for the 2040 World Cup. Number 1, Adrian Mutu. Now this is probably one of the craziest ones of them all, not because of the player himself, but because of just what happened off the pitch. Mutu was actually a talented player during his time in Italy, and his 22 million euros move to Chelsea went backwards, with Mutu getting 6 goals in 27 games for Chelsea. Now, he wasn't even that bad of a player, he was quite talented, but he had lots of arguments with Jose Mourinho, and in 2004, Mutu tested positive for cocaine and was banned for 17 months. I mean, fair enough. I mean, if you're taking drugs when you're a footballer, okay, so he's tested positive for doing cocaine. Pretty mad. And he's banned for 17 months. Pretty mad. But Chelsea wanted more. Chelsea wanted compensation from Mutu. And both parties were involved in a long legal battle, as Chelsea wanted compensation as they believed Mutu violated his contract. I mean, fair enough. And after a long legal battle, Mutu was forced to pay 17 million to Chelsea, which is just wild to me. And I think that deserves a number 1 spot, to be honest. And that's just one of the few crazy transfers that's happened in the world of football and in our beautiful game. What do you guys think in the comments? Is my top 10 valid, or have I missed someone completely? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. As I said, it really helps the channel. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Discussing Ball.